everybody. Kristine, Cataldo, the Lioness here with your daily roar. Rawr. So I am a Christian women's coach, inspirational speaker, and I work with women just to help them heal, find belonging, redefine their life, and just like show up authentically, just as they are, body, mind, and spirit in God's image. So today I wanted to chat about relationships. We've been talking about relationships a little bit, but I just took some time off today. Needed some personal time to regroup, just to breathe. And God is using that time, that space. So as I've told you before, if you create white space, you create more room, God will come in and talk to you like crazy. It's all downloading. So I keep saying, God, please download. Keep downloading everything you're downloading. But one of the things that's bubbling to the top is I just keep having this vision of the future is the lions and the lioness. I often feel that, as you know, if you followed me, I don't call myself a feminist. And it's not that I don't like what feminists are doing or what they stand for. It's just that I feel like I'm in a space where I want to bring folks together. My calling is to bring men and women together, to reunite, to repair, to build relationships. So what's downloading to me from God is that very thing. I know that I coach a lot of women. I know that I speak, and my message resonates with a lot of women. But I also have men that come to me and ask for advice and want to chat and want to connect and share. I have a Christian singles group of about 400 members now. I'm just 8 shy of 400 members when I record this. And I had no idea why I did that. I have no idea why God's like, hey, start this Christian singles group. I'm like, okay, a year ago. And now we're just growing and expanding and becoming this amazing community here in the East Bay, California, San Francisco East Bay. I don't know why, but I know I'm a connector. I know God has given me the gift to connect, whether it's in the workplace, whether it's in the social environment, social media, face-to-face environment, in church, at my children's school, in the community, all these other places. Like, I feel like every time I go into a space, I'm like, oh, I want to connect. Hey, I can connect to you. And my mind just starts spinning about, oh, I know someone I can connect you with that will help you with this, that, and the other. So I have all these pieces. I've got my Pride Sisterhood, my women's group. I have the East Bay Christian Singles that I founded. I have a Divorce Done Right group. I have other things I'm involved in. I'm involved in an anti-human trafficking organization. I'm involved in two churches that I go to. So it's just like all these pieces. And by trade, I develop curriculum. So lead teams, work with teams that create curriculum in a bunch of different areas. So I know I'm a teacher. So how do we use these gifts, these skills, this stuff, these traits that God has given us to heal the world and to love on the world and just love unconditionally? So that's what I'm like diving deeper on. I'm trying to lean back in my own dating experience, my own dating life, trying to lean back and stop trying to force it, or have others force it on me. I'm trying to just go, God, bring in that person when it's right, when you want me to connect with that person, that I know it's going to be someone that's aligned with what I do. But I'm trying to really lean back. It's super, super hard because we want to be connected. We want to be loved. We want to experience joy. We want to have that likeness. Like, I'm what they call a sapiosexual, where I'm attracted to the mind. So anyone that wants to talk deep, think deep, talk spiritually, just all that stuff intellectually, like, that is super attractive to me in a gentleman. It's also attractive to someone that's super confident. So I know that's what God's going to bring in. I know who that, not that, I know that's who God is going to bring in. So how do we sit patiently? How do we love abundantly? How do we repair the fabric of our communities and the relationships? So I'm reaching out to the gentlemen, the lions in my community, because I want to learn more. I want to hear more about what is it that you look for in a mate, in a soulmate, in a connection, even if you want to date and just have friends. What is it you look for? What are those traits that you admire most in a woman? I want to hear from you. What are the things that are deal breakers? What are the things that you're like, you want to rip your hair out, like, can't stand that she does this, that, and the other. And women, I want to hear the same things. Like, what is it? Where have you struggled? What is it that calls to you? What is it that you want to see in that person that you're allowing God to call in? I want to hear that stuff. I want to know what it is so that I can develop summits and workshops and trainings and just connections, and so I can bring everybody together and just squish everyone together and just love on everybody big. So I would love for you to reach out to me. In the meantime, I would encourage you to lean back, to listen to each other. So women, we may have a totally different opinion than men, but men tick differently, we tick differently, we think differently, we calculate differently, we respond differently, we're emotionally driven differently. There's so many different things. So I would encourage you to listen to each other without having that thing in your mouth that you're like, oh, I need to say this, I need to say this. No. Don't think about what you're going to say next. Just sit there and listen. And just stop yourself from saying the next word, or and but, or my experience is, and interjecting yourself. Just fully listen, ask questions, learn more, and figure out what it is that you love and the things that you don't so much, and the things that possibly you can have a conversation and shift so that someone can understand where you're coming from. And I think if we understand each other more, men and women, the future will be men plus women. It will make a loving, amazing world. Until that point, I feel like these separate groups, these separate causes, it's causing this wedge to come between us instead of pulling us together and stitching us together. As I believe in my heart of hearts, in my gut, in my soul, I believe God's telling me, Kristine, the lioness, keep connecting the men and women, keep connecting them, keep asking questions, keep helping them, keep helping them heal. There's so many areas that we need to heal. You know, I do believe after, especially I work with Christian divorced women, so after a divorce, there's a lot of things that have to go on. So you're first like, oh my gosh, let me get my legs, my divorce legs, and let me start to process everything. And let me start to pause. Let me start to heal. Let me start to repair. Let me start to prepare. And then let me wait for that person to come in. And I do believe that's the process that we need to go through. And men too, you as well. I just specifically work a lot with women. So I know, and I am a woman. So I know, and I am divorced. So I know that process that I went through. So it encouraged us all to allow the time to go through those stages, but also to welcome those conversations with the different sexes and come in a loving way and learn more. So that is it from me today. I love you all, oodles to noodles. I hope you have an amazing day, and I hope you're taking out time to pause, to lean back, to reflect, and to love. Have an amazing day. Peace out.